Hello Bookish friends, welcome to June Wrap-Up Part 1. In this video I will talk about the 4 books that I finished in the first half of June. Like I did in my previous wrap-ups, I will insert the clips that I've recorded very soon after I finish those works. Today is the 5th of June and I finished my first book of the month, which was an e-arc that I received from NetGalley. Her Best Self by Mindy, Friddle. In this book, we follow the members of the Wolf family. The father, Charles, is trying to be partners with his ex-partner's son again and reforming his company, which is an economical stress. But he is much more concerned with his wife, who had a partial memory loss when she had an accident about 30 years ago. After that accident, his wife Janelle has never been the Janelle before. The daughter of the family, Mira, is getting married, and her elder brother, Burr, is partners with a widowed woman who has Down syndrome. And we follow the events leading to the forthcoming wedding from points of view of all of these characters. Although I quite enjoyed the book and gave it 7 out of 10. As you can see from the plot, it had too many subplots. The main point was to solve the mystery of what happened before Janelle's accident. Because the subplots were also too much in detail, after a while I sort of stopped caring about what happened to Janelle. Also, none of the characters were likable, which made it a bit harder for me to invest in their fates. On the other hand, I really liked the writing style of this book, and some sections were quite engaging, especially in the first half of the book. If I can find another book from this author, I will try it. Overall, like I said before, I gave Her Best Self by Mindy Friddle a 7 out of 10. Today is the 8th of June and I'm at holiday in Bodrum, and yesterday evening I finished Eat, Pray, Love by Carolyn Sparks. I buddy read this book with Amy at Zolbeck. We are buddy reading the whole Love at Stake series together, and I'm very much enjoying the buddy reading experience. In this book we follow Caitlin, who's the sister of the protagonist of the first book, Shanna. And when Caitlin reunites with her sister, she finds out about the secret world of vampires and shapeshifters. Carlos, a were-panther, and Caitlin become very much attracted to each other. Although their attraction is very, very strong, Carlos has a mission, which is to find more were-panthers and free one of them to ensure the survival of his species. So Caitlin understands his mission. She is also very, very hurt that she is not considered for this task. This book was my second favorite book of the series. I really liked the interaction between the couple. They were very, very playful with each other, but also had a great communication. The reason for them to stay apart for a while was very, very acceptable for me. The adventure part towards the end was quite good and full of surprises as well. And I think the writing style of Carolyn Sparks improves with every book. So this was quite a good read for me, and I gave Eat, Pray, Love by Carolyn Sparks an 8 out of 10. Today is the 10th of June, and last night I finished the book that I was reading for Nancy Drew Read Along, hosted by Mitzi Reads and Writes. 9th book in Nancy Drew's series, which is the Sign of the Twisted Candles. In this book, Nancy, Bess and George visit an old inn and meet Mr. Sidney, a distant relative of the cousin. When Nancy hears that it is Mr. Sidney's 100th birthday, she arranges a celebration for Mr. Sidney through the innkeeper and his wife. During this party, the girls also befriend foster daughter of the caretakers of the house, and soon discovers that Mr. Sidney is being kept distant from his other relatives, and his fortune is fastly depleting. And when this old man asks Nancy, she tries to discover the hidden treasures in the house with the help of the sign of the twisted candles. Although I quite enjoyed this book and read it relatively fast, I did not like this book as much as the previous books in the series. The mystery was both predictable and also less exciting than the other mysteries. Towards the end of the book, some of the problems were solved quite fast, which was very unrealistic when you think about it. To be honest, I sometimes thought Nancy to be a bit too meddling, though technically she was helping her father. This book was one of my least favorites of the series that I've read so far, and I gave The Sign of the Twisted Candles by Kerrelyn Keene a 6 out of 10. Today is the 13th of June, and I finished the book that I picked for my TBR Wets Cup this month, which was Professor Dr. Afet İnan by İnan. This book has been on my TBR many times, and I am so glad that I finally read the book. In this book, we learn about the life of Professor Dr. Afet İnan, the first history professor in the Turkish Republic. She was also sort of like a foster child of our founder Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, and she has written numerous works during the first 20 years of the Turkish Republic about history, civil rights movements, the role of women in the society, and also the importance of Turkish culture in the world history. Although this book is a biography in general, it has many autobiographical notes, including the diaries of İnan, and also the letters written back and forth between the founder of the Turkish Republic, Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, and Afet İnan. All of these various documents have been compiled as a book by Afet İnan's daughter, İnan. I thought it was a quite decent biography, and I learned a lot about a woman that I was very interested in, because though there is a significant age difference between Mustafa Kemal Atatürk and Afet İnan, unlike his other foster children, she was an adult ready to learn new things when they met. I was especially impressed by her ambition to learn new things, as well as her devotion to the cause. I thought especially the letters between him and Atatürk were the most interesting parts of the biography, because it told a very different, a very kind but quite strict fatherly figure of Atatürk. I really admired the work of İnan, and she brought some emotions to the book, but I also thought that this biography could have structured much better in a more experienced editor's hand. Overall, I gave Professor Dr. Afet İnan by İnan a 7 out of 10. Those were the 4 works that I finished in the first half of June. Please comment down below, have you read any of the books that I mentioned in this video? And if you're a new viewer, first of all, welcome. Please like and subscribe. Hope to see you very soon. Bye. As for Turkish word of the day, I'm going to choose best. Best means en iyi in Turkish, and en iyi are our Turkish words of the day. Have a good day.